are the numbers which are the combination of both rational numbers as well as irrational numbers. Rational numbers are the numbers which we can express it in the form of fraction. So fractional form is nothing but p by q form. So fractional form is nothing but p by q form, where q should not be equal to 0. Q represents rational numbers. Got it, children? Now, for example, we will be having in rational numbers 2 by 5, 7 by 9, minus 3 by 4. So such numbers, numerator by denominator form. Irrational numbers are actually quite opposite to rational numbers. They are quite opposite to rational numbers, and we cannot express that irrational numbers in p by q form. So we cannot express these rational numbers in p by q form. Got it, children? Now irrational numbers we denote it with either letter q bar. So we will be using letter q bar to represent irrational numbers, or simply one more letter p. So simply we will be using a letter p to denote irrational numbers. Okay, children? So what kind of numbers do we get it in irrational numbers? So we get numbers like root 5, root 7, pi, and such values, such other root numbers. But we don't get root numbers like perfect square numbers will be square root 4, square root 9, square root 16. So those numbers we won't get it in irrational numbers, because what will be the value of root 4? It will be 2. So in the same way, root 9 it will be 3, root 16 it will be 4. Then these numbers will become rational numbers, not irrational. That's the reason why we don't have perfect square numbers in irrational numbers. We will have only numbers which are not perfect squares. Numbers like root 5, root 3, root 7, root 8, such numbers, and pi also. Okay, children? Now, if you observe, while writing rational numbers, we are using integers itself. We will be using integers. Now again, rational number will be containing integers. Rational numbers will be containing integers. So again, recollect once, what are integers? So integers are nothing but the combination of both the positive numbers as well as negative numbers, including 0. So if we add negative numbers, if we take negative numbers and positive numbers and 0, then that set of numbers is called integers. That set of numbers is called integers, children, and we denote integers with the letter z. We denote integers with the letter z. So if you observe, we can write all the integers, all integers are rational numbers itself. All integers are rational numbers itself. Sir, how, sir? So you wrote 2 here. Imagine I wrote 2 here. Sir, you wrote one integer 2. And now you are saying that this is rational number. How can it be, sir? You might be getting that question. So, sir, you are saying rational numbers p by q form, sir. But it's 2. It's not in p by q form, no, sir. This is not rational number. So, if you think like that, then it's a mistake, children. Now, if you are having 2, then always we can consider by 1. So 2 by 1 is nothing but 2. So in the same way, minus 3, if we have simple minus 3, that minus 3 by 1 is also minus 3 only. See, minus 3 only, children. So now from this, what we understand, all the integers are actually rational numbers. But we cannot say all the rational numbers are integers. That we have to be very careful, children. Got it, children? Now, coming to the next type, again these integers, next type of numbers it will contain. So next type it's called whole numbers. Next type is called whole numbers. So we denote whole numbers with the letter W. We denote whole numbers with the letter W. Got it, children? So what kind of numbers do we get it in? Whole numbers. What kind of numbers do we get it in? Whole numbers. So in whole numbers we will have all the positive numbers. We will have all the positive numbers and 0. What is it, children? All the positive numbers and 0. So in whole numbers we will not be having any negative numbers. In whole numbers we will not have any negative numbers. So in integers only we will have negative numbers. Got it, children? Now again this whole numbers will contain another type of numbers which is called natural numbers. Which is called natural numbers, and we denote that natural numbers with the letter n, children. We denote natural numbers with the letter n. So what kind of numbers do we get it in? Natural numbers. So in natural numbers we will only have positive numbers. We will only have positive numbers except for 0. Except for 0. The only difference between the whole numbers and natural numbers, children, is whole numbers will be containing 0, one extra number, and natural numbers will not be containing 0. Got it, children? This actually is the whole types of numbers which we will be having it, children. Now once we have completed this, what we are going to do is that, so we will try and see some of the sums or some example sums which we will be getting it in this chapter, and we will try and understand how to solve those sums. Represent 5 by 3 and minus 5 by 3 on number line. What he will be saying, children? So represent 5 by 3 and minus 5 by 3 on the number line. So if we can recollect what we have did it in the last year, we will do same thing, children. So first draw number line and take the center and mark that as 0. Mark that as 0. And next thing, what did I told, children? Whatever denominator we are having it here, whatever denominator we are having it here, we will try and write all the numbers in that same denominator itself. So imagine here he has given by 3, denominator is 3. So we will write all the numbers by 3. So imagine if he has given denominator 6. So what we will do? We will again write that whole denominators with digit 6. So since he has given 3 here and here also, what we will do? We will write it in the denominators of 3. So first we will be having 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 3, 5 by 3. So since we need 5 by 3 itself, we will be stopping there itself. If we observe 3 by 3, it will be how much, children? 1. 3 by 3 it will be 1. So this is 5 by 3 which we needed. So we will circle that, so that in order to show where it is. So now we will move on to the, since this is negative number minus 5 by 3, we will move on to the left side of 0, which will be minus 1 by 3, minus 2 by 3, minus 3 by 3, minus 4 by 3, and minus 5 by 3. Now in the same way here also 3 by 3 is nothing but 1, but this is, since it's negative numbers, we will be having minus. So minus 1, children. So this is minus 5 by 3. So in the same way, whatever number he will be giving it, we can express that number or express that rational number on the number line like this, children. Okay. So we'll see one more example, children. One more type of sum which we will be getting it, and we will stop the class for today, children. Okay. Now one more type of sums which we will be getting it in first exercise. Now what he will be saying it, children. So he will be saying us, or he will be giving us a question like this. So find two rational numbers between 3 and 4. So what he will be saying it? So find two rational numbers between 3 and 4. So if you can recall, we will be having two methods for this. In two methods we have solved this problem last year. So now also we will try and recollect that two methods. So first method is, we have to find the average. We have to find the average of both these two terms. Right. So now what formula we've used it? So average is nothing but a plus b by 2. So one rational number between 3 and 4 is, what did I told, children? So we have to simply find the average. So 3 plus 4 by 2, which will be nothing but 3 plus 4 is 7. So 7 by 2. So this is one rational number between 3 and 4. So how many is he asking, children? 2. So one more. So second rational number is, so next what we can do, children, is either we can take this 3 and whatever answer we will be getting it, no, that again average we have to find, or this 4 we can take and this number whatever answer we've got, that average we have to take. So we will take 3, children. So 3 plus 7 by 2 by 2. So 3 plus 7 by 2 by 2. So if nothing is there, what does it mean? By 1. So here we will take LCM, children. So LCM will be 1 2s are 2. 1 2s are 2. So 2 3s are 6 plus 2 1s are 2. So 7 by 2. So 6 plus 7, it will be 13 by 2 by 2. If nothing is there, what does it mean, children? By 1. So then again what we have to do? We will be flipping it. So 13 by 2 into, so while we will be flipping, this denominator will become numerator and numerator will become denominator. So 1 by 2. So then it will be 13 by 4. Then it will be 13 by 4, which will be one more rational number between 3 and 4. Will be one more rational number between 3 and 4. So this is the first method, children. So one more method we have. In that method, we'll try and find two rational numbers. Okay, this is the second method, children. So in this second method, what we will be doing it, no? So first thing we have to understand is how many rational numbers is he asking? We have to see that. How many is he asking? 2 rational numbers. So since we have to find 2 rational numbers, we have to take denominator. So how many rational numbers he is asking, we have to take that, plus 1 we have to take it as denominator. So how many is he asking here? 2. So how many is he asking here? 2 plus 1, which will be denominator 3, which we will be denominator 3. Now what we have to do is that next thing, we have to get 3. So denominator is 3. How much if we take in numerator, we will get 3. 3 3s are 9. So 9 if we take it here, 9 by 3. So after 9 by 3, what we will be getting? 10 by 3. After that, 11 by 3. And after that, 12 by 3. Now if you observe, 3 by 9 it will be 3 times, and 3 by 12 it will be 4 times. So this is 3 and this is 4, and in between 3 and 4 we have 2 rational numbers, which are, therefore, 2 rational numbers are 10 by 3 and 11 by 3.